Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into a single idea and really just one powerful graph that might just flip everything you think you know about building wealth on its head. So let's jump right in. So let me start with a question I think we've all wondered about at some point. Do you really need a massive six-figure salary to become a millionaire? Is that the only way to make it? I mean, let's be real. The common belief out there is that a big paycheck is the golden ticket, right? It's the key that unlocks financial freedom. But what if that's not the whole picture? To really put this to the test, we're going to tell a tale of two very different paths to building wealth. Think of it like a race between someone with a super high income and someone with, well, super high consistency. Okay, so here are our two contenders. In one corner, we have the high earner. They're pulling in 150 grand a year, which is great, but they're only managing to invest 5% of it. In the other corner, you've got our systematic investor. They're making a more modest 60 grand a year, but, and this is the absolute key, they are disciplined, investing a solid 20% of their income. So get this, even though they earn way less, the systematic investor is actually putting more money to work every single year. All right, so the stage is set. We've got our two investors. Now, let's fast forward and watch how their financial lives play out over a full 40-year career. This is where we get to that one graph that, changes everything. We're not going to watch the whole thing in real time, don't worry. We'll check in at a few key moments along the way. We'll see how things are looking at the 10-year mark, then we'll hit a really critical turning point around year 20. And finally, we'll see who actually wins this thing after 4 decades. Okay, here we are, 10 years into the race, and it looks like the high earner is a little bit ahead. That makes sense. A bigger salary gives you a bit of a head start, right? The conventional wisdom seems to be holding up for now. Now let's jump ahead to the 20-year mark. And, whoa, would you look at that? Things have changed. We've just hit the turning point. Our systematic investor, the one with the lower salary, has officially pulled ahead. That power of consistent investing is really starting to work its magic. And now for the grand finale. 40 years have passed, and it is not even close. The systematic investor's wealth has absolutely skyrocketed, leaving the high earner completely in the dust. I mean, that gap is just massive. So the big question is, how on earth did that happen? Look, I know this result can feel a little bit like magic, but I promise you it's not. It all comes down to a really powerful and actually pretty simple principle. So let's unpack exactly how consistency pulled off this incredible win. So the secret weapon our winner used is called systematic investing. It's really just a fancy way of saying you invest the same amount of money automatically on a regular schedule. The most important part, you do it no matter what the market is doing. Whether it's up, down, or going sideways, you just keep investing. You can really boil it all down to 3 simple steps. Step 1, you earn your income. That's the fuel for the engine. Step 2, you control your spending so there's actually money left over. And step 3, which is the real game changer, you automate your investing. You put that money to work before you even see it, before you get a chance to spend it. Now, the incredible force driving this whole thing is, of course, compound interest. It's a concept that's been called one of the most powerful forces in the universe. See, our systematic investor didn't just invest more money, they gave that money more time to grow and grow on top of itself, creating this unstoppable snowball of wealth. Okay, so this isn't just a fun story about two made-up people. The principles we're talking about here apply to absolutely anyone, including you. So let's talk about what this all means for your own path forward. So if you remember anything from this, remember these key takeaways. First, how much you save, your savings rate, is way more powerful than how much you make. Second, simple consistency done over a long time is what wins the race. Third, make automation your absolute best friend. It removes the emotion and does the heavy lifting for you. And finally, and this is so important, it's not about timing the market, it's about your time in the market. And that brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with. The real question isn't about how much money you earn. It's about the systems you put in place. So think about it. What is the one system you can start building today to create a wealthier future for yourself?